Green flag is in the air. We're underway. And Josh Shipley already slamming the door on Bruce St. James before they even get into turn number 1. He'll drive away off of turn number 2 from Bruce St. James to go 3 wide further in the back. Pete Yurkovich and that number 3 machine 3 wide with Reynolds and Shelton. Actually, that was Webster and Shelton. The 51 machine of Ronald Webster as Bruce St. James reeling back in that number 2 machine of Josh Shipley. Bruce St. James. Starting to flex his muscle here at the racetrack with Josh Shipley in that top spot. As Shipley, St. James, and Reynolds are your top 3 drivers. Webster just got around the outside of the number 3 machine of Yurkovich. Johnny Shelton going to try to do the same, sneak into the top 5. Yurkovich able to drive away from Johnny Shelton off of turn number 4 down the front straight. As we go back out front, Bruce St. James puts 4 in the fluff, loses a little bit of momentum there to the number 2 machine of Josh Shipley, who drives away now by about 5 car lengths over the radio flyer with Jonas Reynolds in that 3rd spot. Top 3 drivers, they've driven away on the high side. Now you see Ronald Webster, Johnny Shelton up on the top side of the racetrack too. Get around Pete Yurkovich. And Johnny Shelton, slide job on the 51 machine of Webster. He's going to lose that, though. Crossover by Webster. That's for the 4th spot. Another slide job coming your way there, Webster. When it gets again, Shelton goes up to the wall. Webster takes back 4th. And Shelton once again down the inside of Webster. Might be a little contact there around Webster. Both drivers go up in the fluff. Here comes Yurkovich down low. Can't quite make it happen. Shelton, though, hangs on to the 4th spot this time. Ronald Webster trying to diamond off that turn number 2. See if he can reel back in the tail tank of their 9 machine of Johnny Shelton. Couldn't quite get anything done with him. As it's still Shipley out front, followed by Bruce St. James, about 3 car lengths now the distance. Those 2 drivers off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Shipley stretches out a little bit more, but St. James very good right now as Jonas Reynolds tears the wall down into turn number 3. Yellow flag will fly. Josh Shipley going to start from the tail end of the field. A little cold trickle days of thunder action as green flag flies. We're underway. And St. James leads him off of turn number 2 with Johnny Shelton in 2nd. Pete Yurkovich, a great run off of turn number 2 in that 4th spot. Pulled right to the tail tank, though. Ronald Webster didn't drop the nose down low, so we can't get around him as Justin Kearse exchanging slide jobs with Brad Weiss back in the pack right in front of Josh Shipley. Out front, no change, except for Bruce St. James is driving away from the number 9 machine to Johnny Shelton with Ronald Webster, Pete Yurkovich still running 3rd and 4th. Rick Schumann gives it a go at the 3 machine of Yurkovich as Josh Shipley gets by Justin Kearse. Shipley at the line was scored in the 7th position. That last lap right behind Ryan Murphy. That is a battle for 6 off of turn number 2. Josh Shipley going to drop the nose down the inside, driving in deep into turn number 3, take over that spot. Gosh is up the racetrack, though. Here comes Murphy right back down the inside, but Shipley with a good, strong drive off of turn number 4. He'll lead him into 1. St. James still your race leader with the number 9 machine of Johnny Shelton in 2nd, followed by Ronald Webster, but now it's going to be Pete Yurkovich taking over that spot from Webster as Josh Shipley has caught the tail tank of Rick Schumann behind him as Webster and Yurkovich still side by side here with 13 laps to go. It's going to be Yurkovich driving off as Shipley drops the nose down the inside off of turn number 4, trying to find some moisture, some grip down the inside of the track, trying to work his way around the 25 AZ of Rick Schumann. Can't quite do anything through turns 1 and 2 as Bruce St. James just now has entered turn number 1. Shipley just now enters turn number 3. And St. James has yarded the number 9 machine of Johnny Shelton. So we'll see what happens as Bruce St. James will have to navigate his way through lap traffic. Josh Shipley right now trying to work over Ronald Webster. That is a battle for 4th. He just took 5th away from Rick Schumann and moves Shipley up to that 4th spot now. So gonna need a yellow flag, I believe Josh Shipley will, as Bruce St. James catching up to the back of the field here, getting ready to navigate his way through some lap traffic. This was not his strong suit a few weeks ago, but now he's going to drop the nose down the inside of Jesse Stonecipher going into turn number 1. And he'll get past Stonecipher in the 76 machine. Now has a sight set on Brad Weiss and Ryan Murphy as Josh Shipley has driven away from the 51 machine of Ronald Webster. Pete Yurkovich about a straightaway ahead of Shipley here with 8 laps to go. As St. James starts to work over Brad Weiss in the 33 and Ryan Murphy very close to each other. St. James going to drop the nose down the inside of those two drivers. Couldn't quite get past Weiss, though, off of turn number 4. As they come off of turn number 2, St. James right now still kind of fiddle-farting around with the 33 machine of Brad Weiss. Down the inside of Weiss, though, this time he will clear him. As Weiss tries to fight back on the inside, can't quite do it. St. James gets past him, has a sight set on Murphy with 6 laps to go in tonight's main event. St. James now underneath Ryan Murphy going into turn number 1. Will sneak past the 7X machine of Murphy, that Shamrock Motorsports machine, and he'll drive away from him off of turn number 2. There'll be 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go for the 7K, the Radio Flyer, Bruce St. James. It's been some time since we've been able to talk to Bruce St. James on the front straightaway. Will the luck change tonight? As he looks to the inside of the 43 machine of Justin Kears. He gets by the lap car of Kears. He'll drive away from him. Rick Schumann, the next car in line. I don't think Rick Schumann is really going to matter here, though, as they'll come to the stripe. It will be 2 laps to go. Actually, St. James is probably going to catch Schumann and Webster, who are racing side by side for position right now on the racetrack. That's the battle for 5th on track. Bruce St. James has a comfortable lead right now over John Shelton in the number 9 machine, who's mired back in lap traffic with Pete Yurkovich. White flag in the air this time. St. James down low. He's going to get past both those lap cars as Kears pulls his car off the racetrack. He didn't quite do it, though. Kears comes to a stop. The yellow flag flies. Oh, no. Justin Kears tried to get off the racetrack. Couldn't quite do it. Comes to a stop on the front straightaway on the last lap, and this is deja vu setting in all again. Green flag is in the air. We're underway. And Josh Shipley trying to get all he can. He's got to move in that 3rd spot over Pete Yurkovich. As Yurkovich fights back on the outside, that allows St. James and Shelton to drive away. Shelton with a strong move, almost makes contact with the wall. Yurkovich down to his inside. White flag in the air once again for Bruce St. James. St. James drives away from the number 9 machine of Johnny Shelton. Shipley can't get by Yurkovich. He's off the pace down the back straightaway as Bruce St. James brings off at turn number 4. He will win tonight's main event at Arizona Speedway. So Bruce St. James brings it to a stop here at Santan Ford Victory Lane. Your main event winner here tonight. Definitely been a while, Bruce. Up here is Santan Ford Victory Lane, man. I know you're a moviegoer, and definitely the theatrics every time, man. White flag lap once again. The yellow comes out. What's going through your mind?
Yeah, not again. You know, I've taken the white flag as the leader a couple times and couldn't bring it home, so it was real exciting and a great night to do it. My mom is here. My mom came from Washington, so Mom, she actually got to see me win, and that's a big deal for Mom. Wish my dad was here, obviously, but what a great job that the guys have done on the car. Jeff and Austin, you know what? They've just done great tonight, and that car was fast all night. I don't know, you know, Josh, he was doing well. I had more race car. I was just going to follow him for a while. Sorry he got a flat right rear. I think we would have had a heck of a race up front.
Yeah, it definitely would have been. Josh comes home in fourth here tonight. And, Will Bruce, we got 2 more races left here for you guys in the Copper Classic. It looks like your bullet's flying like a bullet here, man. What you got for me here coming up end of November?
We're pretty excited for those races at the end of the year. I think the track's going to be a lot like this. It's going to be slick through the middle and a good top around it. And obviously this thing likes to get out and run. I mean, this thing hauls. I can feel it. Just pushes me back in the seat, and I love that feeling.
Yeah, definitely a great race for you here tonight. No, you got some sponsors you want to thank. It's been a while since you've been able to thank them here on Front Stretch.
Well, Richard Woodland and the Woodland Auto Display have been with me from the very beginning, and they're just awesome folks out there in Paso Robles. I've got my friends from Supercharged Coffee here tonight. Greg, thanks so much. Justice Brothers, Bell Helmets, Peoria Ford. Sorry for the Santan guys, but my guys at Peoria Ford take care of me a lot. And of course, Jonah and Arizona Speedway. I'm really excited to be able to put this car in the front straight away. Those of us that travel around and race, we realize how lucky we are to have a racetrack and a facility like this in our backyard. I thank Jonah so very much for having us out here and for having an awesome racetrack. Thank you very much, and thank all of you for coming out tonight. I hope it was fun.
All right, Bruce St. James gets it done here tonight at Arizona Speedway.